Mark Miodownik, Stuff Matters, exploring the marvelous materials that shape our man-made world. In the book Stuff Matters, exploring the marvelous materials that shape our man-made world, Mark Miodownik invites us on a journey through the intricacies of the materials that surround us daily. From the atomic composition of diamonds and graphite to the societal significance attached to the materials we choose, this book summary unravels fascinating insights about our connection to the objects we interact with. By examining materials at various scales and contemplating their structure and properties, we're granted a newfound understanding of our world's building blocks and the human relationship with them.
The intricate world of materials. Objects we encounter daily are made of intricate arrangements of smaller parts that interlock, and the material can be examined on molecular and atomic levels. A diamond and graphite in pencils both comprise carbon but are arranged differently. From pencils to steel utensils, the objects we use daily are made of different man-made materials. However, their composition depends on how and what scale you are looking at the object. While they may seem like one single piece, closer inspection shows that they are made of smaller parts that interlock perfectly. These individual parts, in turn, contain even smaller parts, creating a Russian nesting doll effect. An example of this is a sweater made of tightly woven threads, which is composed of numerous fibers that make up the threads. Each fiber is made of hundreds of thousands of molecules, which are made up of atoms. Examining an object on a molecular and atomic level reveals details essential for understanding how it behaves. For instance, both diamonds and graphite in pencils are made of carbon, but the arrangement of carbon atoms is different. Graphite has carbon atoms arranged in sheets, while they form a cubic structure in diamonds. Such changes can have a profound effect on the material's properties. In conclusion, objects are not as simple as they appear. Understanding the molecular and atomic levels of materials is crucial to unlocking the full extent of their potential. The science of materials. Materials are made up of small structures that determine their behavior under pressure. Metals, although appearing solid, are made up of billions of crystals that determine their malleability. The density of these structures controls their movement, and thus the behavior of the material as pressure is applied. Soft materials have a looser pack of substructures, making them malleable. On the other hand, harder materials have a tighter pack of crystals, making them more brittle. The similarities and differences of living and non-living materials. We may perceive ourselves as the ultimate product of evolution, but we are actually made up of the same atoms and molecules as non-living materials. The distinction between living and non-living lies in how they react to external stimuli. Living materials exhibit more reactivity, as the molecules in them can communicate with each other. For instance, cells in our skin respond to a heat source by sending nerve signals to withdraw from it. On the other hand, non-living materials react passively to external stimuli like fire. Despite this, the molecular components of living and non-living materials are similar, with only small variations accounting for the diversity of living things. The emotional connection to material possessions. Our attachment to material possessions goes beyond their utility to fulfilling social and emotional needs. Archaeological evidence reveals that humans have been creating objects of pure social value, such as art and jewelry, since the development of tools. The choice of materials used for certain items carries emotional significance, as shown in our preference for ceramics over steel in dining and bathroom settings. Our emotional attachment to materials is influenced by where we encounter them and reflects our personal values. Material possessions also serve as symbols of status and prestige. Therefore, understanding the emotional bonds we have with our possessions can reveal a lot about our values and identity.
Throughout this summary of Stuff Matters, we've gained a deeper appreciation for the complex world of materials. As we've explored the unseen layers of objects, from fibers in a sweater to the atomic makeup of carbon, we've discovered that minute changes at a molecular or atomic level can result in profound differences in physical properties. This extends to our understanding of living and non-living materials, where complex interconnections between their components lead to varying levels of reactivity. Furthermore, we've delved into the social significance of material selection within our environment and the emotional bonds that influence our preferences. The book not only enlightens us about the science behind the materials, but also sheds light on the emotional connections we forge with the world around us.